It's data wave. Wave as in water. We're playing
right.
Wetrix today.
We are playing Floatris, which is not at all like Wetrix, aside from the fact that it is also a Tetris derivative.
No,
One
Wetrix
lake.
is more fun than this.
Mm-hmm.
2 lakes. They had a sequel to Wetrix for PS2.
Really?
Did you know that?
Wasn't there one on like Dreamcast?
No, that was just Wetrix Plus. It was like an expanded
Okay.
Wetrix, but they made an honest-to-God sequel for it.
I didn't realize until the Plock webcomic came out that it's by the same developers.
So this is Floatris.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Floatris was a game that, in addition to being listed twice directly in a row on the Game Empire game list, we couldn't really show it off during the main run because it requires a numpad, which the keyboard I was using for most of the Let's Play did not have.
So, are you seriously just playing 8 different games of Tetris here at once?
Yes.
Yes.
Man.
So, the way it works is that 4 and 6 move the piece within the shaft. 5 rotates, 8 drops. 7 and 9 do stuff, but only in the full version of the game. And then on the keyboard, Z and X switch you from shaft to shaft.
Oh, Lord
It looks
Zed?
like it's impossible to make a Tetris in this.
That's because there's no Tetris piece.
There's no
purple one is only
4.
3. Yeah. And additionally, you have no control over what shaft the next piece is going to spawn in.
Yeah.
Oh, and they start spawning more.
Yeah, as the wave progresses, they start spawning in more rapidly. There are multiple levels. Each level has 10 waves. I can't tell what causes one wave to end and the next one begin, but the challenge was to get to level 3, which requires us to get through 10 waves of levels 1 and 2.
Yeah.
Is there
in real time.
Is there a version of Floatris for ultra skilled robot players, just like Tetris the Grandmaster?
I guess you're looking at it. Maybe if you started the game on a sufficiently high difficulty.
And you sped up DOSBox?
This is someone's favorite game.
Switch it to like maximum CPU instead of 3,000 cycles. Third Wheel would probably be really good at this. He loves Tetris.
He probably wouldn't like Floatris. Jesus.
Yeah, I'd rather play Wetrix. Because at least that has a cool ambient soundtrack.
I'd rather play Hatris.
Wetrix has an icon of a rubber duck next to the multiplayer option, and when you select it, the game says multiplay.
Yes, it does.
That is all I remember about Wetrix.
Wetrix talks a lot. It has a
classic challenge. Multiplay.
Leg.
Yeah.
Repair bonus.
Man, why is there no PC port of Wetrix? Why do I not have a way to play Wetrix right now?
You can get the N64 emulator version.
N64 emulation isn't very good.
Yeah,
that's true. You could get the Dreamcast version.
Yeah, that's true.
You could also get the I think it was only released in Europe, the PS2 sequel. It's called Aqua.
Oh, really?
Yes.
It's not called Wetrix 2?
Nope, it's called Aqua.
RC.
Yeah. It's like how Devil Dice got a PS2 sequel called Bombastic.
Also, fair warning, this is a 20-minute video that is just 20 minutes of Floatris.
Well, hey, I've got this box of Smarties right here. I can eat them.
I had thought to speed up the video, but Lobst said that would be disingenuous.
Yeah, exactly.
So
if you don't like this, then skip to the end.
Yeah, this challenge when this goes up is probably going to be its own video, so you'll either like it or you won't.
Yeah, that's fine.
Well, if you're interested in watching this, you're not going to skip towards the end.
Yeah.
If you're interested in watching this, you have nothing else in your life at all. And then
forget that child screaming in the back room.
This
game,
game.
Let's be fair, we've all been there.
Yeah.
Got nothing to do but watch this video of some folks.
Well, we're here recording a video with it.
Yeah,
talking over a really slow and tedious version of Tetris.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is pretty slow and tedious.
I thought the other version of Tetris that was like sort of more interesting. The other one that there's like
there's a lot of Tetris games in this collection.
The one that's like it sort of goes back into Z space.
There are multiple of those in this collection as well.
Okay, then the one with Tetris there.
Okay.
The game, the new Tetris, which has a bunch of angry, furious
I'm pretty
rants.
Sure that Floatris was a
code.
Tetris clone. I'm pretty sure that Teamtris and Ultris, the Ultimate Tetris, were both Tetris clones.
Does this collection have a Wild Snake clone?
No.
Alright, then Alexei Pajitnov could sleep at night.
There are games that were unable to run that are actually just Tetris clones.
Wow.
Yep.
Does this collection have Tetrips in it?
No. I don't know what that is, though.
It's a freeware game of Tetris that has like different skins and visual effects based on like different drugs.
Oh.
Which is to say, like, it was probably coded by like some 16-year-old or 13-year-old, and it is just bare bones Tetris with these weird graphical effects that make it very hard to play.
There was that NetPlay Tetris from like the early aughts that was really fun.
Oh, Tetranet.
Yeah.
Oh, level 2.
I played Tetranet with some folks.
That game had the right amount of like throwing shit at other players to make it genuinely competitive.
Mm-hmm.
Wasn't there,
I feel like that's one of the things that separates a good multiplayer Tetris game from a bad one, is that like if nothing you do influences the other players' boards, then it's just like you're playing Tetris alongside them. You're not actually playing it against them.
Yeah.
I seem to remember like this one website that also had a multiplayer version of Tetris that we played a bunch of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a lot of good versions of multiplayer Tetris. There's on Super Nintendo. There's the Japanese Tetris Battle Gaiden, which is a lot of fun.
Oh yeah.
And there's a Magical Tetris Challenge for Nintendo 64, which has funky ass music, and it's great.
Have you ever taken a copy of Tetris DS and just played it with a bunch of folks in a single room?
I haven't played it with a bunch of people. I've played it with at least one other person. And
oh god, when I was in college, there was this fucking guy who like had a DS flash cart. And he wanted to play Tetris DS against me, and I was like, okay, cool, I'll grab my cartridge. And he's like, wait, what?
oh.
Fuck you, buddy.
Wait, you buy your games?
Oh, video games want to be free, man. He said, playing shareware Floatris.
Tetris DS has that really fun push mode in Versus.
Oh yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah. It's tricky.
I also have Tetris Axis.
Tetris Axis, that's the game that can give you a boner, right?
Yeah.
Wait, what? Oh yeah, that's right, on the quick look. Oh.
Yeah.
I see what you did there. I was like, for a moment, really... What? Seriously?
Tetris?
There's got to be somebody on this earth who has a Tetris fetish.
Yep. The thing with Tetris DS is that it's one of a few games that, like, I have trouble playing now because there was a very brief moment in time when I was doing, like, an online Tetris DS competition. And for a brief while, I was actually really good at it, so, like, I can't play it for funsies anymore. I have the same problem with Mario Kart for the DS.
Oh, is it like the people who only play, like, Smash Brothers with Fox on Final Destination and no items?
It's not that. It's just that, like, when you play a game in a competitive scene for a while, and like you stop playing it because it's fun,
it starts becoming work, like an obligation.
And you stop being able to play it without playing it super competitively.
Without playing super seriously, without playing Final Destination, no items.
Like I don't have fun playing Tetris DS. I only like play it well, but not enjoyably so.
I thought you were gonna say I can't play Tetris DS. I can only play Floatris now.
That's right. Well, that's not untrue. Also,
well, I've never gotten that way with Tetris. I've gotten that way with like Tetris Attack, because that game can ruin friendships, and also, yeah.
I'd say it's less like Smash Brothers and more like the people that got too good at Guitar Hero. Yeah,
that's a funny thought.
So yeah, like you try to
bring
play
my custom plastic guitar to the GameStop.
You try to play it against them, and just like, you know, they are insistent on a certain way of playing it, and they are just eyes locked to the screen the entire time. Yeah.
And they don't have fun. They just stare off into the space.
Exactly.
No, it's okay. I'm entertaining my Fred Savage fantasy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Watch as I air guitar without my Guitar Hero controller.
That's right.
I've memorized that awful song, Through the Fire and Flames.
That's right.
Oh, God.
But that's the only song I know, so if I go to a Guitar Hero competition and they have me play a song on medium, I'm going to lose. That also happened.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Not to me, but...
That's the only reason that anybody knows that song is because it was a really hard song on Guitar Hero.
No, Dragon Force has a following among the sort of people that make videos of themselves playing World of Warcraft.
I remember being really impressed by that one video of a Dragon Force Stepmania file being played really well.
Oh. One could argue that
did
Dragon
anybody
Force...
ever really play Guitar Hero like competitively though, like in versus mode format?
Like now or then?
Like, well, at any time.
Because then, yes.
Really?
That was the whole reason why like Rock Band didn't have a competitive scoring mode, was because Harmonix wanted to distance themselves away from that scene that had been created when like Guitar Hero happened. So like I think it was Guitar Hero 1 only had the multiplayer mode where like the control would switch between the two players and then sometimes you'd play at the same time.
Right.
So in Guitar Hero 2, they had that mode, but then you could unlock a mode that was just both players playing the game side by side, and the game kind of chastised you for unlocking or caring about that mode, because it just wasn't what Harmonix cared about. I mean, Guitar Hero 2 was the same time they added co-op play, which was kind of the start of that whole scene.
Right. I still get super weirded out whenever I see the Guitar Hero arcade machine.
Oh, we beat the level.
Oh man.
Oh,
yeah, we've now completed the challenge.
Level 3.
We got to level 3.
I see.
Enjoy 8 more minutes of this.
Yep.
Anyway, you were saying?
That's right.
I'm still puzzled by like folks who say that Guitar Freaks is like mechanically superior to like Rock Band, and
is that the one that only has 3 buttons?
It's the Konami one.
Yeah, it has 3 buttons, but the thing with Konami rhythm games is that they judge you
balls hard.
Yeah, they judge you really like rigorously based on exactly when you hit the note, as opposed to if you hit the gem, then it's pass fail.
Yeah. Like watching what's the one that's got like the 9 fucking like buttons or 7 buttons?
Poppin' Music. Yeah,
watching Varex's former roommate play Poppin' Music got me completely disinterested in that game, because it's like, oh, so this is what this game looks like at its hardest? I'm not interested in that.
Yep. I understand completely.
All the way interested in that though.
No.
Didn't they make like an American version of Poppin' Music for Xbox Live Arcade that had like awful artwork?
What?
Yes.
That's so weird.
I think it was called Beat and Groovy.
Oh, God. Oh, yeah, you're totally right. Oh, shit. Yeah. Oh, God. That is one rhythm game I'm glad is not in my collection.
Lovely. Oh, well, you just made a
Tetris.
A Tetris.
Yeah.
A Tritris. Hey.
Yeah, why isn't there a Tetris game called Tetris where all of the blocks are only the blocks you can make out of 3 squares and not 4?
Man, because that sounds like it would take forever.
Actually, they should be made out of triangles.
Well, if you played Magical Tetris Challenge, they have some weird ass pieces in there.
I'm not really a fan of that in general. Like I
think the weird ass pieces in Magical Tetris Challenge are only in multiplayer though. Like it's a thing where like if you attack your opponent, like they get this giant ass like misshapen piece as their next piece.
I appreciate something about the purity of the tetrominoes that are in like regular ass Tetris, because they follow a specific rule set, which is 4 pieces that have all of the that are all connected to each other directly in some way, and the pieces that are in Tetris are actually all of the different combinations of that configuration.
Yes.
Like all the ones that follow that rule set. So like I said, I kind of appreciate the purity in that.
Yeah.
You Tetris racist?
No, I'm a Tetris purist.
Okay.
Tetris purists do not allow for...
Tetris purists only play Tetris the Grandmaster.
Oh,
That's right. I actually have never played Tetris the Grandmaster.
Have you seen footage of it?
I assume it's crazy. Is it one of the games where, like, on the highest...
It's pretty much like It's like instant drop. Regardless.
Yeah.
That's right. And that's the funny... You keep your eyes trained on the next column, or the next box, instead of the playing field itself.
I remember with Tetris for DS, like, that's kind of what happens when you get to about level 20 or so, is that basically the game is frame rate locked. So once you get to the point where in frame A it's at the top of the screen and then in frame B it's at the bottom of the screen, like, levels beyond that don't actually get any faster. And so if you can get comfortable in that zone, then you don't have to worry, because from there it's just a challenge of, like, how long can you last.
By getting comfortable in that zone, I assume you mean the zone where the piece is at the very bottom of the screen and you're flipping it madly.
Exactly.
I need to put
that's something that has ruined Tetris for a lot of people, apparently.
Just sliding?
Yep. Yeah,
I don't like games where they don't slide. I think that's...
Well, like, if you can infinitely rotate pieces in...
Not infinitely, I'm pretty sure that...
No, you can rotate pieces...
infinitely.
Infinitely, yes. I mean, like, you can't, like, get up huge gaps.
But you can still rotate it, like, for as long as your timing is good.
So you're saying that if you dropped just, like, the square-shaped piece down to the bottom, you could just mash A forever?
Yep.
I will break out my Tetris DS cartridge and I will test that.
Well, guess what? It's going to be true.
That's happened ever since the Xbox version came out. That was, like, bundled with Star Wars: The Clone Wars for some reason. It was called Tetris Worlds.
Oh, Tetris.
You know what Tetris clone was? Or the Tetris, like, variant ripoff was? It was a Tetrisphere.
Oh yeah.
Never played it, but I wish I had.
That game is great.
What was that on? Was that
it's N64?
Yeah, that was like near the end of its life cycle, wasn't it?
No.
No?
No.
Yeah, it was pretty early, actually.
It was like in the mid, like, I think 98, 97, something around there.
I think around the time Star Fox 64 was out.
For some reason, I was never able to get my hands on it. I don't know why. Maybe it just wasn't in my local Blockbuster.
It's interesting. It plays differently than you'd expect.
Would you call it Tetristing?
That's not even clever.
God. Frankie has this disdain for you now.
Ugh.
I feel dirty.
There's a
Only Floatris can cleanse me.
Alright, so that was level 3 of Floatris.
Oh shit!